Hello, everyone. I want to talk about makeup. So in my last video, I started to talk about it, but then I realized the video was going to be too long because I have a lot to say about makeup and these makeup, especially the young ones, the young makeup professionals in these stores or department store counters. So I wear MAC makeup, MAC foundation, and part of it is because that's where I started, but I'm open to going to other things. And I think once I finish up this MAC foundation I might move over to Fenty and give them a try. But this behavior that I'm encountering with these young women at the makeup counters could be also at Fenty too. So it's not just MAC or any of that, but it could be anywhere because it's the person that I'm talking about, this type of personality. So I live in Atlanta, so I go to MAC at Lenox Mall. And before I was bringing the box that the stuff that the makeup came in, and then they told me that's not really good, that I should bring the bottle. So I started bringing the bottle. Whenever I run out of something, I start bringing the bottle to the representative so that I can get what I want and what works for me. So I bought some foundation, let's say May of this year, and I'm just using it now because I just don't want to, be short on my foundation, and I'm in the middle of getting dressed and now I don't have enough. So I bought it early and I just started using it last week. But it's a matte formulation, M-A-T-T-E, and I wanted something that was dewy and had some kind of glow to it. So I took it back to her and she said, expired, I can bring it back within 30 days. So I was with my cousin last week and she said, I put on this particular foundation twice, 2 days in a row. And the second day she said, oh, your makeup is lighter. And she said it was darker yesterday. So that caused me to go look at the bottle, okay? So I look at the bottle and I discovered that I wear NC50, and the bottle that I recently started using last week says NC53 or W53 or NW53. So that makeup is 2 shades darker than my skin. So now I'm hot, but it's past the time. The point I'm making is this. So then I told her I wanted a red lipstick and I didn't want a matte lipstick. Guess what she gives me? Matte. And she said, oh, this Ruby Woo, W-O-O, it's good on all skin tones. I said to her, I don't want an old lady red. She smiled, laughed. I was like, I am a mature woman. I don't want an old lady red. Guess what I got? To me, this is old lady red. Old lady red. So the lesson that I wanted to share with you is this. Don't let those young makeup artists, makeup professionals talk you into something that when you get home, you're not going to be pleased with when you look in the mirror. I let her talk me into ruby red, and I don't like it. I let her talk me into a darker foundation. It's too dark. And so taking responsibility, I should have tried on the makeup when I got home in the daylight because I like my makeup to look natural. So natural looking makeup looks okay in the real world, but natural looking makeup washes out on the YouTube videos that I have. And so I'm working on, piling on more makeup, but that's kind of hard to do. So anyway, I'm working on it. So the point is I take responsibility for this little conundrum that I'm in. I didn't try on the makeup as soon as I bought it to see what it looked like in the natural light. I did not check the bottle to make sure that the product number matched what I already had at home. And what else? I didn't try on the lipstick in the natural light when I got home to make sure it was the kind of red that I wanted. And I let her talk me into something else simply because they didn't have what I was looking for in stock. So I believe what she did was say to herself, well, I'm going to sell her this. She's a good salesperson. I'm going to sell her this. And then she probably won't. I'm going to sell her this. That's what she said. I'm going to sell her this because we don't have what she's really looking for. And if she comes back, then maybe we'll have it by the time, if she recognizes it, maybe we'll have what she wants in stock if she brings it back. Their whole point is to make sales and to meet their sales quota for the day, the week, and the month. So I took my stuff back to her and she said it was past the expiration date. So I have two choices. I can call corporate MAC office and say the Lenox Mall location, blah, 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 blah. I want to bring my things and exchange them for what I wanted. I was talked into doing something different because you didn't have it in stock, whatever. I can do that and see if I can do an exchange that way, because she was pretty staunch in not giving me an exchange. She was like, it's past the time. And you know how they get when they don't want to budge. They just state it and then they look at you. So I said, okay, so I could do that. I could call the corporate MAC office and say the Lenox Mall location, this is what happened, this is what I need. And more than likely, I will probably be able to exchange it. So that would be my second time going back to correct something. And what else? So that's all I really want to say about makeup. And I feel like it's a little bit of agism too. That, not all young women and not all mature women, but young women tend to feel like, why do you care so much about how you look? Especially when you are a contradiction to the women in their family who are in the same age group. What do I mean by that? So I'm 63, and women who are in their 40s, 30s, and 20s would be either my daughter or my grandchildren. And more than likely, their mother at 63 is overweight, have lost interest in her appearance, and here I come wanting, some foundation that gives me a dewy look, that instead of making me look matte and dried up like a prune. And you didn't have what I wanted in the first place, because the young lady remembered me and she said she remembered our conversation, but I can't remember exactly what was said between the two of us. I just know that I walked out of there with items that I didn't want once I got home. But putting the blame on me as well, I didn't look at my products in a timely fashion so that I could return them within that 30-day return period, because I come from a period of time where once you bought makeup, it was non-refundable. It was non-returnable. That's the way makeup was when I was in my 20s. If you bought something that didn't work, it was just too bad, too sad. You couldn't go and return it, and now you can. So that's a step up for consumerism and consumers. So anyway, that's the moral of the story for me, is that don't be talked, as a mature woman, don't be talked into something. If they don't have what you bring your bottle and maybe your packaging too, but your bottle of your makeup with you to the counter, makeup counter, or whatever brand you use. Don't let them talk you into anything else. And if you are talked into buying something different from what you normally use, keep your receipt. Try it home. Try it at home in the natural light and bring it back if it doesn't work, and be willing to have to go to another location or another store to get what you want, because they bank on us not knowing makeup like younger women do. They rely on us not knowing makeup like younger women do. What else? And that's pretty much it. All I have to say about that is, you know, get your stuff, what you want. And if they talk you into something else, keep your receipt, use it within the 30-day period. If it doesn't work, you don't like it, or for whatever reason, be sure to bring it back and leave there with what you want. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget, I have memberships. Click the join button. Affirmation Journals here and here. And if you would like the free dating guide, email me at thehypergamistjourney@gmail.com. If you want someone to hold your hand and walk you through the dating process, or getting dated, or starting to date, email me at thehypergamistjourney@gmail.com, and I will see you in the next video.